The Home Affairs Ministry says half of Malay ex-offenders find themselves in prison again within 5 years. Now, to bring this rate down, it has brought together more than 50 Malay and Muslim organisations to discuss how best to support ex-inmates. Clara Lee with more.
After 9 prison sentences over 35 years, Lazan Arifin decided enough was enough. In 2020, he joined a support group set up by ex-offenders. Now he helps others like him. He says having a network to lean on motivates him to stay out of trouble.
The government, from the NGOs, other NGOs, whereby we have the same common ground doing this thing, that is just our support pillar, not only me, but to my team, goal aspiration. So we do this together, we have the same goal, but in a different method. So the thing is that we come into a positive circle, whereby the old circle, the negative part, you're already done with that.
Building a community of support is also why Malay and Muslim organisations have come together to help ex-offenders. They include the Islamic Religious Council of Singapore, social service agencies and more.
There are many organisations that they can get support from. And with 70 mosques opening up their doors in Singapore, everyone who may have slipped their way, they can approach any mosque and the mosque will find opportunities for them to be helped. So this enhancement of the support system via the MMO network, to me, will give us more opportunities to support them.
There are signs that such a network helps to keep ex-inmates out of jail, at least in the short term. According to the Home Affairs Ministry, the 2-year recidivism rate for Malay ex-offenders has remained relatively low. It fell to 24.7% in 2020, marking a drop from about 34% in 2010. However, the 5-year reoffending rate has stayed high. For every 2 Malay inmates released, 1 reoffended within 5 years. Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam spelled out what challenges Singapore faces.
The global supply of drugs has increased, and the liberal attitude towards drugs in other countries are influencing Singaporeans, especially our young. Another aspect of the problem is intergenerational offending. A 2020 study done by MSF and NCSS showed that children whose parents were involved in crime are 3 times more likely to themselves get into trouble.
MHA has also released a paper documenting efforts in tackling drug abuse and reoffending. It hopes to inspire more to join the cause.
When it comes to fighting terrorism and extremism, Singapore will also continue to take a secular approach. This includes intervening early with young children and schools. The Minister of State for Home Affairs said this when asked about the latest case of a 16-year-old Singaporean issued with a restriction order under the Internal Security Act. The Chinese boy identified as a white supremacist after being self-radicalised online.
We will also look at the trends of what's happening around the world. Nevertheless, our society today, our people, our children, they are exposed to many more information outlets out there, which is something that we want to continue to navigate with our people, get schools, parents, community to be part of this journey so that we can help to look out for one another.